Hello students, welcome to SAM Foundation. Now this is the second video on the chapter linear equation in two variables. Now in the previous video what we have studied, I just want to revise point wise. We have studied about the linear equation in two variables. Now first thing you should know about linear equation two variables, it has infinite number of solutions. This we have studied. Now if we take out three solutions and we draw a graph of the three solutions of a linear equation in two variables, the graph is always a straight line. Okay, so this concepts we have already studied. Okay, now what we have to start, suppose you are given two equations, both are linear equation in two variables, and you have to find a common solution which suits both the equations. Now we have to learn those methods. See, one equation, it is a different thing. Yeah, if one equation is given to you, infinite solutions you can find related to that equation. Okay. Now if two equations are given to you and you are asked to find a solution which should be common to both the equation. Okay. Now we are going to learn that method by which we can find the solution which is common to both the equation. Now students, there are two methods what are used for finding this solution. The first is graphical method and the second is algebraic method. So algebraic methods, further they are classified into substitution method, elimination and cross multiplication method. So that all methods we are going to study one by one. But first let's start with the graphical method. Okay. Now let's see. We are giving two equations. See, this is the first equation, x plus y is equals to 10, and the second equation is x minus y, it is equals to minus 4. Now we are giving these two equations and we are asked to find a common solution which suits both the equation. That means it should satisfy both these equations. So I am going to write the method. With that we are going to proceed that. See, method. First point, find three solutions for both equations. Once again I want to repeat, to find the solutions we have already discussed in the previous video. Those who are having problem, they can just refer to the previous video how the solutions are found. Now we have found three solutions here. X and y are written in the form of a table. Now x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 7. What does it mean? See, when you put the value of x3 in this equation, you get the value of y as 7. Similarly, if you put the value of x4 in this equation, you get the value of y as 6. Okay. So this is the method we have found the three solutions of both the equation. First equation is this and second equation is this. Now after finding this in table, now how to write the solution? See, first solution will be, see, x is 3, so y is equal to 7. So I can write 3 comma 7. First solution. If x is equal to 4, y will be 6. So 4 comma 6. This is the second solution. Third is 5 comma 5. And I hope you must have understood how I am writing these solutions. With this table only we can write, but you have to show the working how you got this table, that we have already discussed in the previous video. Now same here, this for this equation we have found three solutions. That first is 1 and 5. So I write here 1 and 5. Second is 2 and 6, and the third is 3 and 7. Okay. So the first point is, it is clear that find three solutions for both equations we have done. Okay. Now second point, plot the graph of both equations. Okay. Now these three solutions, for this equation we have these three solutions, and for this equation we have these three solutions. Now both we have to plot on the same graph. Now see, first we are discussing this x plus y is equals to 10. So let's see, the first is 3, first point is 3, 7. Now see here, 3 and 7, this is the point. Okay, so we are going to label this point as 3, 7. This is the point. Second is 4, 6. 4, 6. This is the point. So we can put it as 4, 6. Third point is 5, 5. So 5 and 5. This is the point. Now if you join this, you can see the red line. I have joined these 3 points. I have already told you the graph of linear equation in two variable, it is always a straight line, and if you are not getting a straight line, that means some mistake you must have done in calculation of the solution. So better check that first. So I have done this for this. Now same method I am going to use this for this equation. See, 1, 5. Okay, so 1, 5. This is the point for the second equation. 1, 5. Now second is 2, 6. See, 2 and this is 6. 2, 6. And third is 3, 7. This is the point. This is common to both the lines. Okay. Okay. Now after drawing this, see, plot the graph of both the equations. We have done these 2 points. Now third point, see the point of intersection of these lines and find its coordinates. Intersection point, you must be knowing that the point where the two lines intersect each other, it is known as intersection point. Now see here, this line and this line, their intersection, the point of intersection, I am going to just highlight this. This is the point of intersection. Can you see this? This is the point of intersection. Now after seeing this, you can get the values of x and y, which will be the common solution to both the equation. How you are going to get it? Now see, from the point of intersection, you have to draw perpendicular. See, from this point of intersection, I am going to draw a perpendicular. You have to draw with the scale. See, this is, you all know that it is x-axis. This is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. So first thing what you have to do, you have to draw from the point of intersection, draw a perpendicular on x-axis. Your fourth point. Draw perpendicular from intersection point on x-axis. Now we have drawn this perpendicular from the intersection point on x-axis. Now we see that it is coming on 3. Okay, so the value of x, hence the value of x will be 3. Why? Because from the point of intersection we have drawn perpendicular, it is coming on the x-axis on the point 3, so the value of x will be 3. And fifth point, draw perpendicular from intersection point on y-axis. Now see, same method I am doing. From the intersection point here, I am going to draw a perpendicular on this y-axis. So this perpendicular, it is intersecting y-axis on 7. So hence the value of y will be 7. So the common solution which will be you can apply for both these equation will be 3 comma 7. X is equal to 3 and y is equal to 7 we got. So 3, 7 will be the common solution for the equation x plus y is equals to 10 and x minus y it is equals to minus 4. I hope you must have understood. I just want to repeat once again what I have done here exactly. Simply, if you have two equations, you are given two equations. Simply, you have to find 3 solutions first. 3 solutions for two equations. Mark them on the graph. We know that you are going to get two straight lines. See the point of intersection where the two lines intersect. From the point of intersection, draw a perpendicular on x-axis and draw a perpendicular on y-axis. The perpendicular on x-axis where it cuts gives the value of x, and the perpendicular on y-axis where it cuts the y-axis gives the value of y. And first write the x value first, as I already told you that in the coordinates we write the x coordinate first. So here the solution will be 3 and 7 because x on x-axis is cutting at 3 and on y-axis it is cutting at 7. Now you just go through it till the time we'll move to the next method. Okay, now I hope you must have gone through the graphical method what we have learned just now, and you must have followed all the things. Now the second type of method, as I told you earlier, it is the algebraic method. With this algebraic method also we can find a common solution to both the two equations which are linear in two variables. Now we are discussing the first method. You know that algebraic methods, they are of 3 algebraic methods we are having, and that is first is substitution method, second is elimination method, and the third is cross multiplication method. Okay, now first we are discussing substitution method. This algebraic, I have written here finding solution by algebraical method. So in the bracket I am writing here substitution. This is the name of the method, substitution method. Now what actually we do in this method, we are going to learn step by step. Now see, x plus y is equals to 14. This is the first equation. And x minus y it is equals to 4. This is the second equation. Okay. Both the equations, they are linear equation in two variables. Now again, we have to find a common solution to both these equations. And the method what we are using is substitution method. Okay. Now steps we are writing here. What exactly we have to do? First step, find the value of one variable in terms of other variable from any one equation. I am writing any equation. As you know, the two equations are given to you, and I am using, you have to find the value of one variable in terms of other variables, right? So that you can either find the value of x in terms of y, or you can find the value of y in terms of x. Now you can select any one equation. Suppose I select equation 2, you can select 1 also, no problem. So if I am selecting equation number 2, so let's see what happens. I am selecting here x minus y is equals to 4. For this first step, what you have to do? Select any one equation, and I have to find the value of one variable. Either I can find the value of x in terms of y, or the value of y in terms of x. So what I am doing here, this minus y I am transferring this side. Okay, so x, this minus y goes that side, so it becomes 4 plus y. So what exactly we have done here, we have found the value of x in terms of y. See, x is equal to 4 plus y. We got the value of x in terms of y. Okay. Now the second step. Put this value in the equation which you have not selected. Here I want to just underline this two words, which is not selected. Now most of the students do the mistake, they find the value from this equation and they put it in this equation only. So this you have to see that. See, whatever value you have found from the equation, you don't have to put that value in the same equation. That's why I have written here, put this value in the equation which you have not selected. This equation I have not selected. I have selected this equation to find the value. So I don't need to put the value in this equations again. So now I have to put the value of x in this equation. Okay. So put this value in the equation which you have not selected. And I have not selected this equation. X plus y, it is equals to 14. Okay. Now we already got the value of x as 4 plus y. So in place of x, we are going to put 4 plus y in this. For this x, we are putting 4 plus y. 4 plus y, this y was already there. It is equals to 14. Now 4, see y plus y, it becomes 2y. It is equals to 14. Now 4, I am transferring that side. So 2y, it is equals to 14 minus 4. So 14 minus 4 will be 10. So 2y, it is equals to 14 minus 4 is 10. And finally, I get the value of y as 10 upon 2, that is equals to 5. So with this, we got the value of one variable. We were having two variables x and y. With this step, we got the value of one variable as 5. Now, up till 2 steps we have already written. Now, third step, we got the value of one variable. Now, put the value of variable. I am using the word variable because it can be x and it can be y, it can be anything. Now put the value of variable calculated in any one equation. Now see, here I am using the word any one equation. Now here there was a restriction. You cannot put in the same equation. Now once you get the value of one variable, now you are free. You can put this value 5 in any one of the following equations. Suppose I select equation number 1. I am writing it here. I am selecting equation number 1. X plus y, it is equals to 14. And if you select equation number 2 also, then also your answer will be same. So see, I got the value of y as 5. Now I am going to put the value of y as 5 in this equation. See, x plus, in place of y I am going to put 5, and you get here 14. Now x, it is equals to 14 plus 5 go that side, it becomes minus 5. So finally x, it is equals to 14 minus 5, it will be 9. Okay. Now we have already got the value of x as 9 and y we have got the value as 5. So what will be the solution here? Finally you can write like this. X it is equals to 9 and y it is equals to 5. This is the final solution for the equations what we are having in two variables. Now once again I want to just repeat the things in short. What we can say, what I have done. See, two equations are given to you, and in both the equation you have to select any one. You find the value of any one variable in terms of other variables. So I have found the value of x in terms of y. Then just put this value in the equation which you have not selected. You can get the value of one variable with this. And finally, if you get the value of one variable, then you can put this value in any one of the equation to get the value of another variable. So we can get the two solutions easily. I hope you must have followed all the points. Now see, this brings us to the end of this session in this video. Now in the next video, there are three algebraic methods. One we have covered here, substitution. Now next we will be covering in the next video, that is elimination method, and the final method it is cross multiplication method. And as usual, in the end I would like to say, all my students, if you find this video useful, you can like, subscribe and share this channel to your friends. Till the time, goodbye students, and keep learning.